911, what's the location of your emergency?
I think we just felt an earthquake. Is that possible?
Possible. I mean, I felt it too.
We're hearing the first 911 call after a 5.1 quake rocked North Carolina.
It hit just after 8 Sunday morning and was centered near Sparta, but many people felt it in Virginia, Tennessee, and South Carolina. Sunday's earthquake is the strongest earthquake that happened in North Carolina since 1916.
The U.S. Geological Society says be ready for aftershocks in the coming days, although I didn't feel it.
Not at all. I didn't either. I was wide awake and didn't feel it. And while earthquakes in the Carolinas are rare, paying for repairs may not be as easy as you think if your home is damaged.
Tonight, CBS 17 consumer investigator Steve Sprasia tells us what you need to make sure your homeowner's policy will cover that quake damage.
The shaking didn't last long, but it was severe enough to put 10-inch cracks in roads, break lots of valuables in both homes and in stores. But paying for those repairs may not come from an insurance claim.
The homeowner needs to realize that the damage will not be covered at all unless you have earthquake coverage.
There are several types of damage not covered in standard homeowners insurance policies. They include earthquakes, wind and hail damage, and floods. All three require a special rider you pay an extra fee to obtain.
When it comes to an earthquake rider, how difficult is it to get it? How expensive is it to get it?
Well, they're really not that expensive.
Many people know places like California are hotspots for earthquakes, but it turns out we also live in an area which is geologically active.
The southern Appalachian seismic zone, the eastern Tennessee seismic zone are all areas we'd expect to have problems.
And the U.S. Geological Survey had been tracking low-level quakes in our area for a while.
North Carolina had already experienced 10 earthquakes within the last 30 days.
Commissioner Causey says many homeowners in the area of Sunday's quake are just out of luck.
Unfortunately, most of the ones I've heard about in Allegheny County did not have earthquake coverage.
But your homeowner's policy will pay for things like damage from a fire caused by an earthquake. And your automobile's comprehensive coverage will also pay for damage to your vehicle which results from an earthquake.
And if you do add earthquake coverage to your homeowner's policy, be aware deductibles are generally higher, anywhere from 5 to 15% of the policy limit. Working for you, I'm consumer investigator Steve Sprague.